Okay, here it is. The third-party pop-up shop investigates the convergence of surveillance capitalism, fashion, and commerce through video, digital installation, and 3D scanned garments. The artist uses her personal data from digital platforms, including Meta, Google, and Apple, to scrutinize the relationship between user information, consumer capitalism, and privacy. At the third-party pop-up shop, we demand the right to privacy, the right to deletion, and the right to non-jargon filled click wrap agreements.
Thank you. So we materialize, and there's this like purple pink abstract geometric floor. It's like made out of a bunch of different triangles. Kind of similar vibe to the trans flag. Um, and then we have a bunch of different structures around us that are textured with images. So there's like a circular dome with like 8 pillars coming up around it, and it's textured in this sort of slit scanned green and black glitchy texture, very pixelated. And then in front of us, there's a third party pop up shop that is textured in this. It's like this glowing green, and the text is kind of hard to read, and it's running vertically. It feels very like architectural. Um, should we go under this dome? Who is
For the
this
right to know
mannequin
what the
standing in the
data
middle?
disclose. All
Oh,
rights to
this
take,
this is
to
Dale
own, and
Data.
to know.
Um, she is a personification of Google's first data center in the Dalles, Oregon. So she's the influencer. You know how brands will have social media influencers come in and be their brand ambassador? She's the brand ambassador for the third party pop-up shop. Um, so at the time of the show, the data center was, I think, 14 years old. So she's a 14-year-old personification of the first Google data center, and she's trying to find her way through surveillance capitalism and her place within it.
That's
Yeah,
incredible.
yes. So she's the brand ambassador for the third-party pop-up shop.
And her leggings are textured in the like your PC shut down like blue
Yes.
screen.
Hmm.
And behind her is the Google declaration to their rights to surveillance. Oh, so this is something that you wrote.
No, this is, I think if I remember correctly, this is from a Shoshana Zuboff um, book that I was really interested in at the time called, oh, I have it right here with me. No, I don't. That is not there anymore. It's called The Age of Surveillance Capitalism or
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was that was like a really yeah, it's a really good one.
Yeah, I think this is from that. I think that was appropriated from that, if I remember correctly. Yeah,
Excellent. So should we go inside the third party pop-up shop?
sure.
Oh, and it's semi-transparent, the this like green structure. And then there are a bunch of these like vertical tubes with 3D scanned humans rotating in them. There are one, two, three, four, five of them. Well, there's a glitchy crop top in here also. What's going on in this room?
So these are the physical garments I made that are based off of my data from various different tech platforms. So this one is so that's just me in the center, kind of like when you get an avatar in a game and it just has like the set bland outfit, and then you just choose whatever other outfit you want to put on them. So the ones surrounding it are different garments that you could choose. So like in the front, the blue crop top is my Facebook off Facebook ads. So they're things that Facebook may or may not have sent my data to. This is an abstracted pattern of my Google search history from like 2 months. Um,
Wow.
yeah, so that exists as a crop top. It also is what is on the dome of uh, where Dale is. That's one of them. Yeah, and then there's if you like pan to the left, this is a post of you can go into Instagram, or you could at the time, and you can get your Instagram ad algorithm, like what ad interests are being pushed towards you to like explain um what ads you're seeing pop up. So I went in, I grabbed the ad interest they gave me, and then I edited it to be like, no, this isn't correct in terms of like what I'm interested in, or this is really correct and spot on. And then I sent it back to them as like a, hey, here are the edits that you should make to your algorithm. Yeah. So that exists as a shirt physically, and then it also exists as an OBJ file in the exhibit virtually.
I love the like congealing your data to a crop top. And this Instagram thing that we're seeing is like seems like you submitted to like an error form, like something isn't working, and then like a
Yeah,
very formal letter that offers these edits to the ad algorithm, and then there's a very pixelated like short-sleeved crop top with kind of a turtley neck, but and it's sort of white with these little pink swaths on it that could be flowers, but I have no idea.
they're writing, so I went in with like a red pen
Oh,
to edit it. Yeah. It's not clear on this because I think I pixelated it on that post, but I think later on you can find the actual crop top in the space. I think it's towards the exit
oh, I
sign,
see. Oh, wow.
and maybe
Yeah.
you
So I can
can
see
read it
now a
a bit.
3D scan of it with the writing on it. And I really like it almost looks stitched on, and then the way like the color bleeds, like maybe you dyed the fabric, or maybe that's just an artifact of the 3D scan.
Yeah, I think part of it is an artifact of the scan, and then part of it is the fabric printing process kind of bled the writing a bit.
Looks amazing. Um, and so here's another post where there are these like board shorts with a navy background, and they're ringed with these like neon green circles inset into more abstract blue-green bands. And then on the vertical there, it's a similar pattern with orange circles. Apple location-based shorts, $11,908. This is in the like mid ground, and then the foreground and background, they're pixelated versions of the shorts. So are
So
these, yeah, go ahead.
so these are based off of, you can find Apple your Apple locations on your iPhone. So these are my Apple locations for however long they were keeping them for. I think it was a pretty long time. So I took all of them and I made a pattern out of them. And then I approximated minimum wage to see how much the amount of time that they were tracking me would equate to like a like a value in terms of dollars. So this is like USD. That would be how much it would be worth in terms of like labor. Does that
Wow,
make sense
it's
in terms of?
just so enriching to like, or it's like every single one, like I love the way that you're appropriating this data and transforming it, because it's like in some way you can turn any data into any result, but it's like sometimes I'm like, why is this data congealed in this object? But it's just like so intentional here. I love it. Um, and yeah, tell me about this one.
This is the off Facebook ad list. So Facebook will give you a list of ads that might be connected to you in terms of them sending you your data. So they might have sent Facebook might have sent data to these specific corporations. A lot of them, okay, I haven't used Facebook since I was in high school, so a lot of these are very like old things that I used to be into, which is really interesting. But also at the same time, there's like election-based things that is kind of bizarre. Like, why are they sending it to an election um company? I don't really know why, but that exists in this like set of information.
Yeah, that is wild. And what's this? There's a vertical video render, red background with a bald, grayed out avatar dancing somewhat seductively, but her arms are like glitching through her own body, and she's
Yeah.
wearing this like bralette and then like a mini skirt and like platforms, and in the background it says "Want data, I want your data" over and over again.
So this is Dale. If I remember correctly, um, a this is her doing a TikTok dance, and it's based off of a remix I did of a very popular TikTok song. So she's
Ooh.
doing a specific TikTok song dance. Um, oh, this is called Surveillance Capitalism. This is Savage. So it's based off of the Savage song by Megan the Stallion that was popular during the time I was
I'll
making
track you
this.
all.
And it's the
Whenever you
choreography of
use me,
Kira
I'm catching.
Wilson. So it's the
That's when the
TikTok
ad is really corrected.
dance.
Your little
Oh, I
mouse
love the
is
like
clown.
meme etymology
I
in
want
here.
your
It's
data
yeah,
so
you're
you're
just like
proud.
so
Use your
thorough.
physics to make money.
Yeah, that's
And for
amazing.
fun, I'll track you all.
So which room should we go to next?
We can head out to the exit and we can go through the Meta Walk.
So there's text hovering
I'm
above
the
us with
subject.
the Meta logo,
Name.
and it says Meta Walk
Surveilled.
on the right.
Controlled.
The
Exhausted.
same
Guarded.
background
Gaslit.
from the
Exploited.
previous Dale video that says I want your data
Happening.
is on the
What's
right, and then there's
happening?
another
I'm
little
a subject.
pavilion that's
Yeah.
in sort of Facebook's
Surveilled.
blue that's textured
Controlled.
in kind of
Exhausted.
stretching
Guarded.
Facebook
Gaslit.
logos.
Exploited.
And on the left, there's like a
What's
gradient
happening?
rectangle that says pathway. Oh, it's the Instagram gradient, pathway to
Mhm.
Instagram ad interests. So which side should we go in first?
Um, let's go through off Facebook. This one, I think you can still use the instructions. I think it's the Instagram one that you can't anymore. So this basically just takes you through how to find your off Facebook activity. So things that Facebook was tracking that might have sent your data to. So
So
it
the
just
first
kind
thing
of,
we see is navigate to settings and privacy, and we're going through these
yeah.
menus, and the hallway is just like curving around in a circle into the fog. Settings, your Facebook information, off Facebook activity, manage your off Facebook activity.
I'll track you all. Whenever you use me, I'm
Ooh, I
catching.
love that the call to action at the end is screenshot your off Facebook activity and DM it to Dale's data.
I want your data on my
Yeah, I don't think
cloud.
anyone ever did,
Use your info
but
to make money.
there's always the dream
And
that
for fun,
somebody will
I'll
find
track
this and
you
send it
all.
to me.
And I also like the way that you're labeling exits that we go around this curve and come out, and I
Mm,
assume that we'll then like, okay, now we're back at Dale's dome.
yeah.
So should we go back over to the data section, the red area?
Yeah, so that'll take you to a very bizarre AI
Name.
generated click graph
Surveilled.
agreement.
Controlled. Your date of birth and passwords. If we determine that a business or an organization is violating our terms, we will take action against that business or organization.
So this
If
is
you'd
a
like
video
to learn
cube
more about
in
what we do
blue,
with your
and the text
information,
is kind of
please
like
read our data policy.
doubled and
What
distorted a
happens to
little
your
bit,
Facebook
but you can
activity?
still read it sort of
If you'd like
scrolling
to see
through
what
this
information we
auto-generated
have about
text.
you can visit your
And it's
article
in kind of a
faces.
Facebook
You
aesthetic,
can
and then you
also
can
see
just tell
how
it,
we use your
there's a button
information
that
in our
says where you can
transparency
tell it to
report.
stop, but I assume it's also
How do I
reading
know
it
if
as
you
it's
use
typing.
that
So let's
tracking
listen
me?
for a second.
Facebook offers the following privacy controls to help you understand how Facebook uses your information. Use the activity controls on Facebook's ads settings page to see what information Facebook has collected about you. See how your information is shared with other apps and websites. See what information Facebook has collected about you, including the types of ads you see and the topics you're interested in. See what information Facebook has collected from apps and websites you've used. See what information Facebook has collected from apps. I'll track you all.
It's very dreamlike inside of the cube. It feels like
Yeah.
being in latent space.
Your little mouse
It's
is
just absolute nonsense.
I
And
want your data on my cloud.
yeah,
Use your info to make money. And
Should
for
we go into
fun,
the pathway
I'll
to your
track
Instagram
you
ad
all.
interests? Oh, so it's going to be a
sure.
similar guide to the off
Yeah.
Facebook activity. And I assume there's probably a similar CTA at the end.
Exhausted.
Security, access
Gaslit.
data. And it's like,
Exploited.
so it's
Clicking
1, 2,
ads.
3,
What's
4,
happening?
5,
What's
6,
happening?
7 clicks,
I'm a subject.
8 clicks.
Yeah. Surveilled.
Yeah, and then it
Um,
just
Controlled.
continues on in this
Exhausted.
really long list that you can
Faded.
view more, and
Gaslit.
it just keeps on
Exploited.
going and going forever
Scrolling
oh my
forever.
until
God. So
like,
What's
it's
happening?
it's like they're trying
What's
to
happening?
obfuscate
I'm a
with
subject.
over disclosure.
yeah. And sometimes it like changes all the time. And sometimes you'll be like, these things are counterintuitive to each other. I think I once got things that were coding me for like Republicanism, and then also at the same time a Democrat. So it's like both, and I went, okay.
Yeah, it's like Instagram sees me as both potentially pregnant and in need of beard oil.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So what's happening in this little data pavilion? I see And
another
that one,
video of Dale now in
yeah,
leggings that are sort of
this I think is like a couple of minutes into the video.
mhm.
So this is, you know how in like 2016 haul videos were massive, with with uh with influencers. I made her give a haul video of all the data I have in the show. So she's just
Oh,
going through giving a haul of the data. Um, yeah, and sometimes it goes into like the click wrap agreement, like right now on the screen, it's going through Apple's click wrap agreement, except I think I faked some of it, so it's not real. It's AI generated. I like fed it its legal statement, and then it like becomes increasingly not legible. Um,
what networks did you use to generate these?
oh, I cannot remember the name of it. Um,
That's okay. I'm just curious because I want to do that.
yeah, you could always just use ChatGPT to do it now.
Can you feed it a corpus and make it generate stuff?
I think so.
Um, so I guess I should also describe the video. It was scrolling through a bunch of this generated text, and now the Apple location data board shorts are like rotating against a background where kind of the depth of field keeps like getting more and more shallow. So it's like it keeps like zooming out and the perspective keeps distorting.
This is an extremely long video. I think it's like 10 minutes long in terms of like videos to make between the TikTok video in the display room and this one. I
Got
think the
it.
TikTok one's like 15 seconds.
Is there anything else that I've missed? Any Easter eggs?
Nope. That's that's everything in here.
Well, thank you so much. Oh wow, this effect is really cool. Through the
Yeah.
semi-transparency, all of the different displays of outfits inside are like the only thing that are making the transparent glass opaque. So as you move, it's like scrolling through this text. Looks really cool. Um, well, great. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. It's
Mhm.
really amazing to hear about your process. Like it's just so like thorough and rigorous across all of these different media. I definitely want like, are you still selling those clothes? I would love to wear one of these crop tops.
Um, I I think I can make you one of your own data if you want.
That would be dreamy. Yeah, let's talk about
Yeah.
this later.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and stop recording now.
Hmm.